Hello everyone, this is Maryann here, revealing light, tarot, astrology and spirituality wherever you are in the world. When you're watching, a huge shout out to you. Look where I am. This is in George Street, Sydney, and I'm booked into the Mercure Hotel here before we go on the Riders Festival cruise tomorrow from Circular Quay. So I will try and film some of the Sydney Harbour for you because it's such a beautiful harbour with the Opera House and the Sydney Harbour Bridge. We get a bird's eye view of all of that as we sail out of Sydney Harbour. And so stay tuned for that. I'll post that. Hope you enjoy it. In the meantime, this is the Sydney view. So we're booked in right near our main railway station for ease, and we're about to go and have some dinner. So I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hello everyone, this is Maryann here. We're down at Circular Quay. You can see the beautiful iconic Harbour Bridge in the background, and of course there's the ship that will be on, the QE2 again. I have been on this ship before. It's absolutely beautiful. Only this time I'll be attending the Riders Conference there, and I'll show you the harbour as we sail out, but right now we're going to go down to the rocks and have a look around, so I'll show you that as well. We're down at Circular Quay. This is where all the ferries leave from, and you can see, you know, how ancient this harbour actually is. But I'll show you more. I think it's the most beautiful harbour in the world, but I'm hoping you'll think so too. Everyone, I'm on board the ship, and it hasn't departed yet. We're just getting oriented, and we've had a nice day down at the rocks, and it's Circular Quay, which is all that water behind me. And then of course you can see over here the Sydney Opera House, which is stunning. I'll show you the Harbour Bridge shortly as well, and then once the ship gets underway, I will film the Sydney Harbour for you. Okay. The iconic Opera House here, and the Sydney Harbour Circular Quay is a very, very busy place with ferries running to various parts of the city. They're pretty iconic also, the ferries, and you really need to, if you do come to Sydney, catch a ferry over to Manly, and you get to ride on this beautiful harbour. Many of the boats that went past the QE2 as we were sailing out, and when we were stationary also, were waving, and I don't know, every time I'm on the harbour, it strikes me as a pretty happy place. There's the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Opera House here. The Harbour Bridge at sunset was absolutely beautiful, as was our Opera House on Bennelong Point. You will see coming up the Aboriginal and the Australian flag flying on top of the bridge. And here's a fairly expansive shot of the harbour. As we sailed out, it was like a party sailing out with music and people generally celebrating the start of the cruise. My gaze was more attracted to the beautiful skyline, particularly as the sun was setting on Sydney. Absolutely beautiful skyline. Really is a tremendous experience sailing out of Sydney Harbour, and I hope I've given you just a small glimpse of Sydney Harbour and what I think is one of the most beautiful harbours in the world.